The stuff I'm going to talk about in this video could possibly be some of the most insane leaks that we've gotten so far. I mean, other than the Mega Evolution stuff, like if you put the Mega Evolution stuff to the side, this is probably some of the craziest stuff. So, spoiler warning, because these could become true. Like, these leaks could be real, but also they are leaks. So just take them with a grain of salt because they could also be false. Like, these could also not be authentic or legit, but they're coming from somebody that's kind of reputable within the space. And it's worth mentioning because there's a lot of really interesting stuff that's kind of going on with the storyline. So spoiler warning now, if you don't want to see any spoilers, it's okay to click away, but I just figured I'd warn you guys because I don't want anyone to hate me. But anyway, so a couple of days ago, something came out about a new possible legendary Pokemon. Everyone thought it was going to be a legendary Pokemon, but it turns out that it's not actually a new legendary Pokemon, but it is something that we have to defeat within the game. Okay, so we're just going to start right there. So when we reach rank A in Battle Royale, we have to defeat Ange, and Ange is what I'm talking about. So a couple of days ago, I think came from Ball Guy over on Twitter. He posted A_G_ and then reposted somebody that said definitely Ange or Ange. I don't really know what the proper pronunciation of this is, but that basically means angel in French, which this game is taking place in a region that's based off of France. If you don't know that, this is based off of Paris, France, where this game is taking place, which is pretty cool. So that would make sense that it lines up. But everybody, including myself, thought this was going to be a brand new legendary Pokemon because, you know, we have Z for Zygarde and then A, which we never really knew, but apparently A is probably going to stand for Ange or Ange, however it's actually pronounced. And before we get to the rest of you guys, I noticed that most of you that watch the channel aren't actually subscribed to the channel. So if you don't mind subscribing to help me reach my goal of 20,000 subscribers before the end of this year, any support goes such a long way. Shout out to my second channel, of course. I'm trying to get 200 subs over there, where I post a bunch of my clips from my live streams and everything like that. And join the Discord server. We got some really cool people up in there. I got some cool conversations. And shout out to the member of the week, Unreal TTS. Your support goes a long way. And also just thank you to all my channel members. Your support goes a very, very long way. All right, back to the video. Okay, so like I said, I'm pretty sure Ball Guy is where this originated from. And now Light88 said, when we reach rank A in Battle Royale, we have to defeat Ange. Ange is related to the Prism Tower. Ange is an altered ultimate weapon. It's not a Pokemon, cannot be caught, can't be defeated. I mean, it can be defeated. That would be crazy if it can't be defeated. That'd be insane. It can be defeated. It spreads malicious energy, which makes Pokemon go rogue. We say equivalent to alphas. Totally makes sense. Figured that would happen. This energy makes Pokemon get new megas with weird forms. Starmie. That could explain why the Starmie leaked rumored kind of design is so stupid sounding, because it sounds awful. We have to calm down in the Battle Royale those rogues. First one will be Mega Absol. Okay, so a couple of days ago, or it might have been even yesterday, I don't even remember, but Light88 did post something about Rogue with Lucario, but there was an Absol in the corner. So I guess he was talking about Absol and not Lucario, which, you know, there's another connection right there. But like I said, these are all leaks, so take it with a grain of salt. And we still don't know exactly what most of this means, like, specifically. But I think a lot of people predicted before this game was, you know, had a trailer that there'd be some sort of mass destruction, something going on with the ultimate weapon or the Prism Tower. And a couple of days ago, it was rumored or leaked that, like, Zygarde is gonna be, like, battling with Eternal Flower Floette or something like that, like, combining and, you know, maybe having to defeat Ange or something like that. So this is gonna be really cool. It's interesting to see that apparently this is not a Pokemon, but it can be defeated. So it's an alternate ultimate weapon, and I wonder if it's, like, based after the actual ultimate weapon, or if it's, like, a robot Pokemon, like an actual, like, robotic Pokemon that was created probably by Quasartico or Quasar, whatever you want to call it. Which, I don't know, because we know that in Scarlet and Violet we had a bunch of, like, mechanical kind of Pokemon, like the Future Paradox Pokemon. So it wouldn't surprise me if they did something like that, even though this would technically not be a Pokemon. I'm really curious to see what it would look like, though, because it having the name Ange for Angel makes me feel like it's not just going to be, like, a weapon in the ground. It makes me feel like it's probably going to be some sort of, like, moving object. So, like I said, like some sort of robotic kind of Pokemon thing. I don't know exactly, but it does make sense about it making Pokemon go rogue, because I figured we'd have some sort of alpha Pokemon within this game, and that would be exactly what this is, right? That's exactly what this malicious energy would cause, random Mega Evolutions, and especially with some of these Mega Evolutions that don't sound that insanely different from the regular, you know, kind of Pokemon, like Starmie. The Mega Starmie literally is going to look like this. It's going to look like a Starmie with longer legs. This is not a real picture. This is a fan-created rendered image, which is very, very good. Shout out to Cardinal. Thanks, Cardinal, for making these awesome things. Anyways, moving on to more leaks. Apparently, there's going to be a Z episode post-game, which, oh my gosh, I hope that's true. because Pokemon Z was a scrapped Pokemon game. Pokemon Z was supposed to happen after X and Y, and it was scrapped. I don't know how far they got into development. The rumor is they did start development of the game and then they scrapped it. So we could be getting a really awesome post game, which I feel like we haven't had like an insanely good post game in a while. I feel like the last like really good post game was like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Let me know what your favorite post game of all time is though in the comments below. Anyways, due to Ange, Xerneas, Yveltal, and other legendary Pokemon will be attracted to Lumio City by the unestable energy. What the heck is the word unestable? I've never even seen that word before. I think he means unstable. We will have to defeat 3 Mega Evolutions to face Yveltal. We have to defeat 3 Rogues and 2 Xerneas, which I'm assuming is a typo. Maybe we have to defeat 3 Rogue Pokemon to defeat or to face Xerneas. I think that's probably what he meant to say. That's interesting. I really do hope Xerneas and Yveltal are in this game. I would love to see how they look in this game with these animations and everything like that. They're very cool Pokemon. These are Pokemon that I never liked at first. Like when Pokemon X and Y came out, I didn't like Xerneas or Yveltal. I think they both have really cool and unique designs. I would love to see them in this game. They're probably not going to get new forms, and we're not going to get any new Pokemon apparently. Like that was a rumor or a leak or whatever a couple of weeks ago or months ago that we're not getting any brand new Pokemon, which I guess kind of makes sense in this game. I guess it makes sense that we're not getting any brand new Pokemon since all these new Mega Evolutions. It would just be kind of a lot. And I like the idea of having to defeat certain, Mega Evolutions or Rogue Pokemon to face the Pokemon or the legendary Pokemon. And now what I'm thinking is like, okay, what do you mean specifically by 3 Megas? Because if the Rogue Pokemon in this game are Mega Evolutions, like Rogue Mega Evolutions, wouldn't that be the same thing technically? So, I don't know, probably something to do with like the Battle Royale stuff at nighttime, which I can't wait to see. I'm so excited for that. I think it's going to be really cool and such a cool, unique thing to add to this game. Okay, so moving on again, Mega Eternal Floette will be a boss fight. She will be influenced by Ange energy or Ange. If I'm pronouncing this wrong, I'm sorry. I probably am pronouncing that word wrong. But this kind of answers something that I was thinking about when we got the leaks of the Mega Evolutions and how Eternal Flower Floette is going to get a Mega Evolution, because if it was getting a Mega Evolution, first I was like, okay, that probably means we're going to be able to somehow obtain this Pokemon. Like, you would kind of think that if a Pokemon has a Mega Evolution that we the player would be able to eventually catch this. My theory was like there was going to be another Eternal Flower Floette that also Mega evolved, and then we capture that Pokemon, so that way we don't have AZ's Eternal Flower Floette, and that way we have our own, which I think something like that would be pretty cool. I would love to have my own Eternal Flower Floette. I would want that, but I don't know. It might not happen. Eternal Flower Floette is such a unique kind of like idea, and how it's so rare. It's just a mystery. It's so awesome. So the Ange energy or Angel energy, which I wonder why they're going with that. So that makes me think it's going to be something that people think is good. If it's an Angel, people are going to probably think it's good, but whoever's behind it, which I think is Quasartico, they're probably going to take advantage of that and like, take advantage of the people and the Pokemon and, make everyone think that it's something good, even though it's not good. And the last leak of the day is revolving around some of the characters and them being related. So I guess once again, just spoiler alert. If you don't want to see it, it's okay to click away. Alright, Jet, Tawny, AZ, Urbane, and L, which L stands for Lysander, are the same bloodline. Apparently Lysander is going to be in this game, which is going to be crazy. He's going to be aged up a little bit. People are thinking that Jet and Lysander are married, and then Urbane and Tawny are the kids, and then I don't know how AZ would be also related. So maybe he's like a brother or something like that we just don't know about. And it seems like Lysander is also going to be immortal, kind of like AZ. He's going to be, I don't know exactly how it's going to happen or how it happened. And I'm sure we're going to learn in the story like how all that happened, everything like that. But it's going to be insane. I can't wait to see it. Sycamore is apparently going to come back, which I hope so. And I mentioned that in the last video. So if you want to check out my previous video, I kind of talked more about the Sycamore stuff, which I really hope so. I can't wait to see a lot of the returning characters. Like, I think it would be so awesome if we had a ton of returning characters, but then also a lot of brand new characters. And that's exactly what it seems like they're doing. It seems like they really are kind of doing a smart move here by bringing back some characters, like some awesome characters, but then also introducing new characters that seem pretty cool, which I think X and Y has some awesome lore behind it. Some of the characters in X and Y are really unique, and I think it's really cool that we're going back to the Kalos region. I'm very excited to play this game. I cannot wait to see the next trailer. But if you are a real one watching this far in the video, comment down below Kiwi, just the word Kiwi, to confuse the people that don't watch this far in the video, and let me know what you think about some of these leaks, because I think these are pretty cool. And as far as leaks go, I just don't want to see like leaked gameplay or photos personally. I mean, I did see one of the leaked photos, the Starmie, but I don't know if that's even like legit or not. It's probably a little bit, I don't know. We're not going to go there in this video. Anyways, I don't want to see leaked gameplay footage or photos. At least not yet. Maybe like a little bit. I don't know. I feel like when that happens, I probably won't be able to keep my eyes away from it, to be honest. But I don't want to see it. I really want to just see the game when it comes out. Because all of these, even though sure they are technically kind of leaks, they could also become false. Like none of these are actually like 100% confirmed, set in stone until Game Freak themselves announces it or we see it in the game. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notifications if you don't want to miss a video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.